HR people won't read your resume. You have 6 seconds to make an impression. Unless you have work experience in a cool company or graduated from a fancy college, your CV already went into trash. It's unfair, but the research says so. If education was the most important factor, successful students would be listed as the highest taxpayers as well. Or if work experience really matter, those individuals 55 years and older will dominate the employee market. Don't misunderstand, please. These are definitely important criteria. However, my point is that there are many talented people outside who can provide value-added work, but they get eliminated simply because their alternative abilities and talents are not seen. Alternative CV, a concept that will become a reference format in the near future. I'm telling you from now on. I'm telling you because professional social media networks, recruiters, and job applicants should adapt accordingly into a new hiring process. To understand this better, we should look at the historical development of the CV. CV, a Latin word, the shortened version of the curriculum vitae. It means the course of life. When we look at the evolution of the resume, first CV was made by Leonardo da Vinci. He used pretty much like a portfolio. In 30s, CV is not expected, not at all. It was just a formality. In 40s, CV includes age, weight, height, and religious information. In 60s, CVs are expected from companies and include social information such as one's hobbies and other activities and so on forth. Today, a LinkedIn profile is one of the most useful and common platforms for creation, application, and evaluation of a CV. In spite of all the improvements, LinkedIn profiles are still limited like a paper format. After this presentation, please look once again at your LinkedIn profile. You will feel like you are looking at a classic paper format CV in digital format. But why? Why it is so called like a paper and not interactive enough? Can it be both interesting and useful? In fact, HR professionals want a standard format and would like to read through it quickly. I can understand that. Standardization is important and time efficiency matters. However, as HR people are quite fast, employers are getting eager to change their jobs too. The classic CV format is not sufficient. There are a lot of reasons why this is so, but today I will just mention a few of them. First of all, the overall numbers of qualified people are increasing. The new generation is more educated and talented than the one before. Being part of a team, one's personality and the characteristics play an important role, and this is something expected from startups. Some recruiters are using EQ and job personality tests, but the results are not satisfactory. Another downside of the classic CV format is a well-known problem, but is never spoken of. Candidates are tend to provide misleading information and manipulate their CV to fit the requirements of a job posting because they would like to meet the expectation of companies. For example, fake credentials, people who dropped off of university, show themselves as having graduated. Exaggerated claims. The applicants list a junior former employer but leaves out of some information with the intent to mislead. The employer may have prestigious reputation, but the applicant's position may have been menial in that company. In short, the candidate evaluation has become more complex than ever. The new generation of companies are looking for a partner rather than a worker or an employee. Today, many startups discuss how much equity to offer startup staff. Actually, such companies do not give a lot of effort on classic CV format. They do care about the alternative life experiences. At this point, traditional HR professionals are still one of the biggest barriers to effective hiring practices. For example, still hiring specialists are asking such cliche questions as, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Most of them still perceive employee motivation as something that can be fixed with a corporate picnic, a night of a bowling, or a pizza lunch. They do headhunting by searching names on LinkedIn. I am aware that it's not easy to convince traditional HR professionals to change and explain to them the benefits of alternative CV. To the people of new generation, we have to provide efficient hiring process which let candidates showcase their real abilities. We say we can no longer afford indifference when it comes to unfair hiring criteria. The world has changed, and we must change with by asking more meaningful questions and offering alternative approaches to the hiring and requirement process. I was always wondering why HR professionals do not consider entry-level, minimum wage or part-time experiences when evaluating a candidate. Business owners hope their child will someday take over the family business. Do you know how they prepare them for the future? They let them gain entry-level, small entrepreneurial work experience in their childhood. The world has many millionaires who had lemonade stand when they were children. My dear friends, trust me, this is a great exercise about teaching a business life. So please do care about alternative work experiences though. Talented individuals are those who play a musical instrument, who are interested in photography or outdoor activities, and they are the ones who will most likely perform well the edit work. However, you can't see this potential in a traditional CV. The same can be said of socially responsible individuals, people who have concerns about the animal rights and the environmental issues. Traditional resume formats don't take into account alternative life experiences, and that's why you need an alternative CV. Moreover, many business owners describe their companies as being like a family, and we think they mean well. But do you know that more than half of HR professionals say that they will call you after an interview, but they don't? In addition to that, the average recruiter spends about 6 seconds on your resume. So, my question is simple. What if you have the chance to hire a new member to your family that you will live together with, share your secrets, financial information, and all your privacy with? Would you still prefer to spend a couple of seconds on the resume, or would you like to look for additional information or an alternative way for getting to know them better? Alright, I'm going to hire you. What will your CV tell me? How will you differentiate yourself? I just would like to give a couple of examples how an alternative CV can be used for different types of jobs. An attorney can present a statement of defense video sample so we can understand negotiation and time management skills better. An engineer can present a solar system project assembly and testing process. Building contractor can provide types of construction projects that he participated in and explain how he overcame the problems. Kitchen chef can present international cuisine knowledge, dynamism, and creativity. A lecturer can show a sample of public speaking that shows the ability of interpersonal communication and teaching skills. It will be better, huh? If you are wondering how HR professionals will manage all these alternative abilities and experiences while using time efficiently, you will have to wait for the approval of an interactive CV format and alternative CV project by LinkedIn. LinkedIn is continuously improving and adds new features all the time. For example, did you know that you can add pictures, video, and presentations to your resumes? Millions of people do not use features like these because they are not told why they need them or how to use them efficiently. There is a similar relation between Instagram and Facebook. Alternative CV aims to become a platform where you can create your alternative CV in a story format via multimedia technologies. It's more than a platform for editing and creating CVs. It's also a database with examples and templates. Alternative CV aims at to increase the productivity of world professionals and increase the quality of hiring process of HR professionals using all of the methods and examples explained throughout. LinkedIn, as the world's largest professional social media network, will benefit from this platform by generating additional advertising spots and revenues, increasing overall active users, and by increasing average time on site metrics. Imagine now that we are listening to a salesperson. We know that they are presentable and have good communication skills before they are called for an interview. It's not hard to do because everything is on our control with an interactive CV. Or let's not imagine it, LinkedIn approved the project and we will make it real. Thank you.
Sertçe bırak. Sol baştan sırayla.